Back in 2008, George Lucas and Lucasfilm decided to explore what Luke Skywalker meant about the Clone Wars.
You fought in the Clone Wars?
And now, 15 or plus years later, we have the Clone Wars, and it is quite a show. So now it's time to rank all 7 seasons from the worst to the best. Hey friends, welcome to the Disney Pastor. I'm your host Tim and I talk all things Disney, which includes Star Wars. This is a really great show. It's available on Disney Plus, by the way, if you've not seen it, and if you haven't, I highly recommend it. Without further ado, let's rank it all from the worst to the best. Coming in last place is Season 1, and there's nothing bad about this season. In fact, I really enjoy all of these seasons. There are some moments here where it is very much a start of a kid's show. So you have some more, I'd say, kiddie elements to this season. It has some up and downs. There are some really strong moments. Rookies is one of the best episodes of this season, as well as the series at large. And so there's a lot of great moments. We get just some fun action. It's really just the kickoff to the Clone Wars. And it really doesn't dive any too deep, and it really doesn't need to. But it is very nostalgic for me because I remember watching this as it started. And so, I mean, this is literally my Star Wars, right? Every generation has one. Clone Wars is mine. And so this was the kickoff to the series. We get introduced to some new characters. Some loved at the moment on the spot, like Captain Rex. Some will be loved later, like Ahsoka Tano. But overall, it's a really solid start to the series. Coming in at number 6 is Season 6 of Star Wars The Clone Wars. I don't actively hate this season. The challenge with this season in particular is the fact that it's only 13 episodes long. You have a really solid start with the Orders arc, where Fives is discovering Order 66 and the inhibitor chips and how close the Republic got to figuring it out. Really strong start. And then, of course, the end with Yoda's journey. Man, what an arc. It's really, really great, really solid. Has a lot of unique elements in discovering the Force, and just the lore that is provided in this arc is insane and really, really cool and very unique for Star Wars. But then the middle here, I feel, is one of the weaker arcs of the series. It's talking about Rush Clovis coming and joining into the Banks, and it just doesn't work for me. I'm not a big fan of this. I'm also just not a big fan of Rush Clovis in general. I understand his purpose, but not a big fan of his character. Coming in at number 5 is Season 2. There's a lot to like about this season. We get more action, more adventure, more excitement, and bounty hunters. This is like the quote-unquote bounty hunter season. One of my fond memories as a kid was actually the teaser that was read by Cad Bane for this season. I don't know why that's a memory I have, but here we are. That being said, this is a pretty enjoyable season. I think it definitely is a step up and an upgrade to previous season. It's enjoyable, has a lot of solid moments, some solid characters. We get introduced to the Mandalore plot and Mandalore in general, where the Mandalorians are from. I'm saying a lot of Mandalore, but it is really cool to see. If there is an episode that stands out to me from this season, it is definitely The Deserter. It's after Rex gets shot, we get to meet Cut Lawquane. It's a fun episode, one of the best in the series, and it's an enjoyable season overall. I will say, if anything though, I know a lot of people really like Boba's revenge arc at the end of this series. I don't know if it's just me. I find it pretty good, but not great. Let me know your thoughts down below on that one. Coming in at number 4 is Season 5. There's a lot to like about this season in particular. Of course, we get a lot of Savage and Darth Maul becoming crime lords, which is very interesting and unique. Also has one of the best episodes of the series in The Lawless. That one packs a punch and is fantastic. And speaking of packing a punch, it also, of course, has another really great arc. And, of course, the Ahsoka leaving arc. That one's emotional, but it is really, really good. There's one big kind of lull to this season, and that is definitely going to be the Secret Weapons arc. That is the droid arc that apparently is George Lucas's favorite. It's not great, and that's the reason why it's down this low is because of those 4 episodes. But there's a lot to like about this season, and there's a lot of great moments, a lot of great episodes in this one. It's really solid, but almost there. Coming in next is season 3 of Star Wars The Clone Wars. I really enjoy this season. As one of my favorite episodes of the series with ARC Troopers, I just think it's really fun. I like the idea of Kamino being attacked. I don't know, there's just something about it that's really, really cool. It's a fun episode. We get to see Asajj Ventress and Grievous team up. Of course, towards the end of this season in particular, we get introduced to the Night Sisters, Mother Talzin, Savage Opress. And we, of course, even learn that Darth Maul is, in fact, alive, which is pretty freaking awesome to learn about. And you, of course, also have the Mortis arc, which is another weird, lore-infested arc, but is honestly really, really great and fun and enjoyable. There's a lot of great likes to this season, a lot of things to enjoy for sure. Coming in at number 2 is season 4, and it, I think, honestly goes off to a really great start. But the reason I love this season so much is because of the Umbara arc. Oh my goodness, this arc is absolutely fantastic. Rex is a favorite character to many, but it just takes him up to such another level. One of my favorites, and it is a very shocking arc. I remember watching it as a kid. I'm like, they did what? On top of that, I also think we get another really solid arc with Ranko Hardeen, and it's enjoyable. We also, of course, get the introduction, or actually rather reintroduction, of Darth Maul. He's back alive, seeking revenge against Obi-Wan Kenobi, and we get that to send us off into season 5, and man, oh man, so much fun. I love this season. Question of the day is this: what is your favorite season of Star Wars The Clone Wars? But coming in at number 1 is Clone Wars Season 7. Martez arc aside, man, the Bad Batch episodes, really fun. You know, this is a unique ragtag group of people, which we get several seasons of. But that being said, it's a fun time. I really like these characters. The animation here is great. The storytelling's great. The Martez sisters arc is definitely the lull of this season. And yeah, it is pretty prevalent there. It is a little frustrating because it's like, oh, this could have been used for something better, or could have shaved it off to like a 2-episode thing. Who knows? But it did set us up for, of course, the greatest Clone Wars arc of all time with Siege of Mandalore. It is phenomenal. It's fantastic. It's one of my highest rated projects ever. So close to perfect. I don't think anything's perfect, so that's why it's so close to perfect. It is fantastic. All 4 episodes are just phenomenal, so enjoyable, so fun. I love going back to rewatch it because it's emotional, it's action-packed, and it's such a great end to a great series. And that's why I love it. Overall, Clone Wars, there's a lot to like. It's nostalgic for me. It is a blast. It's enjoyable. We get, I think, so much more appreciation for the prequels because of this series, and we get to see just the emotional side of the clones. We get to see really who they are, the humanity behind them. We get to see really just the downfall of the Jedi in more ways than one. And man, it just is such a good series. If you've not seen it, again, which I don't know why you watched the entire thing because it spoiled several parts of it, go check it out on Disney Plus. And if you want to rewatch it, it's available there too. But that being said, I love this series. I love this part of Star Wars. It's very nostalgic for me. It's what I grew up with. And so with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. It helps me know what you like, what you don't like. Join me down in the comments below as we talk a little bit more about Star Wars The Clone Wars. Again, what's your favorite season? I want to know. Mine's season 7, but let me know yours down there. And of course, if you're new around here, I want to say special welcome to you, and be sure to subscribe down below and hit the bell to be notified for more videos just like this one. I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.